Hello, everyone. I am sitting here on September 13th, and I thought to myself, what if I did a reading from Dr. Dennis Kimbrough's book? It's a timeless book, and to kind of give you a background on who I am, I'm Asher Chua, the host of It's My Time podcast. Welcome, everyone that is a new subscriber. Thank you for checking out the video I shared ahead of time. And part of what motivates me to do this podcast is to highlight everyday people and to bring back humanity to the world to remind us what is important. There's tragedies that are going on in the news. Different people look at it different ways, but at the same time that I started this podcast, I picked up this book as a way to help me become a better podcaster, become a better speaker, orator, someone that communicates clearly, knows how to speak on camera. Reading a book is also a challenge at times, but I figured it's a book with daily affirmations. You can see that one page. It's a simple read. And Dr. Dennis Kimbrough put this book together back in 1993 and 1994. That was the official release of the book. And as you can see from the early adopters or people that have listened to the podcast, I read every single page of this book and made an effort to make it something that could be heard, maybe give some commentary on it. And it took me a while from the time I actually bought the book to cracking it open and reading it and just seeing the simplicity of what can be gained from making the effort to actually start and finish something. So, with this, I'll read to you today's passage from September 13th. Excuse me. And hopefully, this will be a bonus episode that you can utilize, refer back to. Of course, there's plenty of audio that's available on the podcast itself. I'll probably leave that alone. I'll do a couple of these if you guys like them. Maybe go through the end of September. If not, of course, we have the podcast every Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, available on all platforms. We're wrapping up the Applique Getaway series with part 4 coming up next Thursday, September 20th. All right, here we go. September 13th, reading from Dr. Dennis Kimbrough's book, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, Daily Motivations for African American Success. The title is, get the picture? Quote, we can finally say that we're in love. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, newlyweds. Again, this is written back in 1993, 1994. Think of it whatever it is you want. The intention of reading this book is for the content and the context that's within it, and make of it what you will. Leave me a comment, subscribe, let me know what your thoughts are, and hopefully we have a healthy banter. Here's a story for today. August Wilson, the highly acclaimed playwright, wrote, all you need in the world is love and laughter. That's all anybody needs. Vanessa Williams. The former Miss America agrees. She says, love is the fairest flower that blooms in God's garden. Everyone needs love. The more you give, the more comes back to you. A wealthy man died, apparently without leaving a will. Consequently, according to law, the estate was to be divided up among his cousins, who were his next of kin. Also, as prescribed by law, the deceased's household goods and personal belongings were to be converted into cash at a public auction. Man, I'm yawning ridiculously today. Excuse me. Okay. So a wealthy man died, apparently without leaving a will. Consequently, according to the law, the estate was to be divided up among his cousins, who were his next of kin. Also, as prescribed by law, the deceased household's goods and personal belongings were to be converted into cash at a public auction. During the sale, the auctioneer tried to sell a framed photograph, but no one bid on it. Later, a shabby dressed old woman approached the auctioneer and asked if she might purchase the picture for $1, which was all she had. She said it was a photograph of the deceased man's only son. She went on to say that she had been a servant in the deceased household when the boy lost his life trying to rescue a drowning person. She had loved the son very much. The auctioneer accepted the $1, and the woman went home and placed the photograph on a table beside her bed. One evening, she noticed a bulge in the back of the frame. She pulled the picture apart, and there, to her amazement, was the rich man's will. The instructions in the will were simple. I bequeath all my possessions to the individual who cares enough for my son to cherish this picture. Love is an unusual game. There are either two winners or there are none. Wow. Let me read that again. Words from Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. Love is an unusual game. There are either two winners or there are none. And here's the quote or affirmation you can speak to yourself. I am loved and I give love freely. I am loved and I give love freely. That was September 13th's read from Dr. Dennis Kimbrough's book, Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice for African American Success. I think I misread that. It's a Black Choice Daily Motivations for African American Success, but it's available on Amazon. I always like to add the link to share it for other people to get a copy. I believe I did a giveaway a couple years ago, and I still have an extra copy. So for anyone that's interested, subscribe, leave a comment, share something that you got back from this read and what it is that you're learning about yourself, either if you're looking to personally develop, if you're wherever you might be in your life. It's just interesting sometimes to meet people that I've met through my work, through personal development that I've sought out myself, Toastmasters or playing sports, whether it was like frisbee, intramural, college pickup games, did a little bit of crew, like the rowing thing with just someone that I met through one of my classes. And I picked up mountain biking a little bit, maybe thinking about golf, but all in all, it's like anytime that you step outside of your house, you have an opportunity to greet someone and be kind. So be careful, take care of yourselves, but most importantly, share a little bit of love with someone that you meet, and a lot more will come back your way. Until next time, take care.